Well, we just got back from Batman v Superman. Just gonna let everybody know that this video will complain. Yeah, we'll have complaining, but it will also contain spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled from the movie, go see it. Come back, watch this later. I'm not going to do two separate videos and basically say almost the same thing.
Yeah.
So I figured, because this might be a pretty lengthy discussion. I honestly don't know what he thinks. He doesn't know what I think.
Okay.
We
made the decision not to tell each other our thoughts.
We came out of the movie theater. We came out of the theater. It was pouring fucking rain.
Yeah, we're so head to toe right now. I'm freezing.
Yeah, we got to the car.
It's Florida and I'm freezing.
We got to the car. We didn't say a damn thing till we got here. So I don't know what. I don't know. So
okay.
With that said, tell me what you think. No, I want to know what you think.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah, I want you to go
first. You want me to go?
Because I'm already branded on this channel as a DC hater and a Man of Steel hater. You are on record to liking Man of Steel, so I'm more curious to see what you think about this movie.
And I'm the dick wearing the Daredevil hat right now.
So
irony.
All yours, and I'll tell you what I think, and then if we have different opinions, we can discuss.
Okay. All right. So, what did I think of Batman v Superman? Hard to really put into words there. No, see, this is the thing. I in no way thought this movie was horrible. In no way thought this movie was horrible. It had a couple horrible things in it, I'm not gonna fucking lie. But overall, it's alright.
Better than Man of Steel? Take the last 15 minutes out. Was it better than Man of Steel?
Take the last 15 minutes out?
Take the last 15 minutes out of that movie. Is it better than Man of Steel?
Probably not. Okay. The thing is, I have so many things that it's okay. It's not bad.
I don't think it's not 33%.
No, hell no. No. This movie's a lot better than the critics are fucking saying it is. But that being said, I do agree with some of the points they've made. The biggest one, and I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Okay, the biggest one, and okay, here's the thing. About an hour in, I turned to him and said, I actually like pretty much this whole movie so far, except for this one thing. Lex fucking Luthor. Jesse Eisenberg, oh my god. No, he annoyed the crap out of me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking
about. He just does this weird sporadic shit out of nowhere. Okay, yeah.
I just don't know what you're talking about.
It's like he was trying to be a mix of friggin' Jim Carrey's Riddler and Heath Ledger's Joker, and it just failed somewhere.
I'm just gonna say this.
It was bad.
I said this after I seen American Ultra, that Jesse Eisenberg would have been a better Joker than anything in the DCU. This movie confirmed it. He should have been the fucking Joker.
Yeah, because he acts like the Joker, not like Lex Luthor. Okay, and I actually made this joke to him before we even saw the movie, that I hope in the sequel, his father just shows up, bashes him across the head, kills him, and goes, "I'm the real Lex Luthor." Because, oh god, no.
It might happen, because
I'm really hoping
that's
so.
Everybody's negative feedback, and the best part about making him a Lex Luthor Jr. is they can easily just say, "Hey,
they can easily replace him.
He's in prison. We don't need to deal with him. Daddy comes to town. That's Lex Luthor. That's easily fixed."
In the beginning, people are saying the pacing of this movie is off. Okay, I don't really agree. I'm gonna be straight with you. I do not agree that the pacing of this is off. Okay, no, I was never bored in this movie.
You're fucking crazy. I had to wake my wife up twice.
Yeah, it's your wife.
Anyway, she's a DC
no, there was never a time when I was dozing off or falling asleep. I was actually kind of invested. The only problem I have is the sporadic editing to different scenes. And at some points, it feels like we're kind of missing a couple scenes. And considering that they apparently cut 30 minutes out of this movie at the last fucking minute.
We had too many scenes.
I agree. Okay, but here's the thing that people are saying, you know, it's a mess. In some ways, yeah, it is. It is a mess. Okay. However, what makes it different from a mess like, say, Spider-Man 3? Let's just use that as
Spider-Man 3 was better than this.
Fuck that. No, it wasn't. Either way, no. Let's just examine this. Okay. The reason Spider-Man 3 is a mess. Okay. Look at everything you have in there. Okay. You have Venom, Sandman, Green Goblin. Okay. Here's the thing, though. They all have their separate story arcs. None of them connect together. None of them. Okay? Every single thing in this movie, okay, that they are cutting to, with the exception of one thing, and you know exactly what it is, connects to the story of this film. Okay? The only thing that doesn't connect is the sporadic-ass dream sequences that are really stupid for the most part, add really nothing to the movie, and I sat there going, there's one with a friggin' DC character. Oh, God.
Hey, we told him it was going to be spoilers. Just tell him.
It's the Flash. Either way, and it's so bad. It's just this horrible thing. Me and him, after it was done, we just looked at each other and went, really? Fucking really?
It's like, why did you add that in there?
It's not even that it's the Flash in there and that it's pointless. It's that... he looks terrible.
He looks terrible.
The suit looks horrible. Okay, and I'm sitting there going, but yeah, he tells him to go look for the rest of them. Wasn't he already doing that? Why did we need that scene? Like, it's one of those things that I'm just sitting there going, this just boggles my mind. Like, why the fuck did we have this? All right, But again, yeah, the dream sequences make no sense. It honestly feels like a lot was edited out, and that, you know, and the scenes that did end up connecting together really didn't coincide with each other. Yeah, exactly. Like, everything connected within a narrative. The problem was, you know, just the way the scenes were cut. All right. Like the way, not even the way they were cut, just the way that they were positioned together within the film. Like, you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, in the final product. All right. But yeah, so we got the dream sequences, the editing, and that, and there's something, God, there's something at the end of this friggin' movie.
You marinate on that. Let me tell the fine folks here what I think.
Okay, you know what? No, okay.
Oh, let me tell them what I think.
No. I was gonna hand it over to you.
Okay,
go ahead.
So we can discuss this here.
Yes. Okay, you go first.
Man of Steel is so much better than this movie. That's coming from me, people. Man of Steel was better than this movie. Okay?
I agree.
The editing in this movie is god-awful. God-awful. He said that he feels that stuff was cut out. I thought there was too much shit in. There's this scene with the two flashback scenes. You can take...
No, again, the dream sequences don't need to be in the movie. I said that.
Let me finish. Two flashback scenes doesn't need to be in this movie at all. You can take them out. You can still get from point A to point B in this movie without any problem. You don't need to see the damn those flashback scenes. They stopped the movie in the middle of the goddamn movie to show you teaser trailers of the Justice League.
No, yeah.
No,
that's what I was. That's what I was trying to get to before.
It's like I got this laptop. Press play, and it goes dun 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 dun. It's got like this fucking music.
With
and
the
you
Flash,
see Aquaman,
Flash, Cyborg.
There's like 3 teasers.
And here's the thing: it's not only stupid and shoehorned in for no fucking reason other than the set of Justice League. The only thing, the thing is though, if she had gotten that and she had just read the email, metahuman research, and then cut to the next scene, it would have been fine. Okay, because we know what it is. We don't need to be shown.
But see, okay, look, I'm no fan of Iron Man 2. I actually hate Iron Man 2. People know I hate Iron Man 2.
I do too.
Iron Man 2
is a fucking mess.
Shoehorned a lot of fucking...
It did. Avengers shit it.
But you know what?
It was an Avengers trailer through.
But it added to the fucking story. They didn't say stop.
No, it didn't.
Did they say stop in the middle of fucking Iron Man? Was he playing Whiplash and said stop? Let's watch this teaser for 5 minutes.
No, he got drunk at a party and then they stopped just so Nick Fury and Black Widow could make more cameos.
That was at least that had the fucking purpose. rather than a fucking laptop with 3 fucking teaser trailers? That's fucking stupid. That's like
I'm not saying it's not.
That's like watching The Force Awakens and
I said it was dumb.
Kylo Ren presses the fucking play button on the laptop and you see a fucking teaser to Rogue One. It makes no goddamn sense. That shit should have been cut out.
It's dumb. I'm not saying it's
several shit that should have been cut out. The fucking scene where why the fuck is he walking in the fucking snow up north and then see a fucking ghost of his dad? That scene could have been cut out. Didn't need to be in there. What the fuck did that have to do with anything?
No, it actually did.
You're fucking crazy.
Dude, what did his father say?
I don't give a fuck. You know what he could have done? He could have went over to his gravestone in the cemetery and then just remembered of something that Dad said in a flashback. We didn't need him walking in the fucking North Pole and then have his dad there. It just looked fucking stupid. And another thing, the fucking whole thing between Batman versus Superman was fucking stupid. There was no real reason for them to fucking fight.
It was just Lex Luthor's bullshit plan. It really was.
If they would have said this, if they would have said Batman doesn't like him because of the Metropolis incident. Batman comes. Yeah, but then they did this whole fucking thing in the desert with a fucking bullet, blaming Superman for the death of these people. That shit was fucking stupid. Didn't have to be in there. Why couldn't it just be Superman or Batman wants to beat Superman's ass for Metropolis? Meanwhile, Lex Luthor is making Doomsday. Batman beats up Superman, Doomsday is released, the two join together to fight. No, they had to do this fucking side plot with fucking Iraq or Afghanistan, whatever the fucking Muslim country they're fucking in. And then they just fucking build the shit with the court, and then people in the court die, and then Superman gets blamed for that, and Batman's like, I had enough. I'm gonna go take that son of a bitch down. And then they kidnap Martha.
And he has like this Rocky IV training montage, which I was just laughing my ass off. Like, I actually started humming, like, Hearts on Fire.
And then they kidnap Martha Kent, and then they use Martha Kent against Superman to go fight Batman. Why couldn't it just be as simple as, this happened, I'm going to take you out because I think you're a threat. And then they find out that actually they were on the same side. And Lex Luthor has a bigger fucking something bigger that they have to team up to take out. They did this whole fucking side plot that wasn't fucking necessary. We already understand Batman's motive. Why you gotta add fucking shit from Afghanistan in this? It's fucking stupid. And then the whole him standing in front of trial is because of the deaths that happened in Afghanistan or Iraq or wherever the fuck it was. Why can't they just have him stand trial for the events of Metropolis? Why? It doesn't make no goddamn sense. They added a fucking another story element in this movie for no fucking purpose. This movie didn't need to be 2.5 hours long. This could have been an easy hour 45, 2-hour movie. You could have easily cut that shit out, cut the fucking trailers out, cut the fucking flashbacks out, cut the fucking Jonathan Kent on fucking Snow Mountain fucking sucking Clark's dick out. You could have cut all that shit out. But with that said, the third act was fucking good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's why I'm not going to say it's a complete fail, because I love the third act. Actually, I love the first 15, 20 minutes of this movie, and I love the last 15, 20 minutes of the movie. It's everything in the middle, didn't know what the fuck it wanted to be. You see, fucking Lex for 5 minutes, then it jumps to Clark for 5 minutes, then it jumps to Batman for 5 minutes, then it jumps to Wonder Woman for no fucking apparent reason for 5 minutes, and then it jumps back, and it's doing that through the whole fucking movie. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yes, this was a sporadic mess of a film.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna let you talk. Be honest with you, this movie is mistitled. It shouldn't have even been called Batman v Superman. The title should have been Batman, Superman, The Dawn of Justice. That's what it should have been. It didn't need to be Batman v Superman at all, because the fight between the two didn't even last that long.
Well, no, the thing is, they didn't call it Batman v Superman. They called it Batman v Superman.
That's why I meant Batman v Superman. It should have been Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Yes. Okay. Well, no, the whole purpose of the V, and I agree, it should have been called that, but the whole purpose of just the V is that it's their ideologies at war with each other. Like, Superman trying to figure out what he's going to do about everything that people are saying about him, what's the right route to take after everything, and Batman
expand on that at all. They were too busy concentrating on this fucking shit in the desert. That storyline in the desert was complete bullshit. It did not need to be in there at all. They were setting it up so good in the beginning of this movie where you see him and Bruce Wayne in Metropolis, the city's being destroyed, and you see where his building gets torn down and people die, and the whole guy with the wheelchair, dude, that went nowhere. Why did
Well, no. Not only did it really go nowhere, it was fucking predictable as hell. Like, you knew the second he said, "Oh, I'm going to show up," like, you knew what was going to fucking happen. Especially when he said, "Hey, Mercy, why don't you go save me a seat?" And then you see that it's empty. It's like, oh, gee, I wonder what's going to happen.
A lot of stuff could have been cut out.
Okay, listen. I'm just going to talk about the things that I did like.
Okay, we'll talk about that now.
Okay, first and fucking foremost, Ben Affleck fucking killed it as Batman. Come on, dude. He was a great Batman.
That you say what you gotta say. And I'll say
yeah. Ben Affleck was a fantastic Batman, an even better Bruce Wayne. All right. Jeremy Irons, great. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Okay, again, her appearances are brief. She's wonderful. Okay, in that final climax when she's fighting, oh my fucking god. Okay, when she first shows up, everyone was clapping in the damn theater. No, the visuals are good.
Hard to figure out.
No, dude, I'm trying to get my thoughts together because we just talked about all the negative
shit. Yeah, it is kind of hard.
It is kind of hard. Again, though, I love the visuals of this movie.
Zack Snyder's
the Doomsday thing was a lot less. It was shoehorned in, but it was a lot less shoehorned in than I thought it was going to be. Okay, because it was kind of building to him doing that in the film. It didn't I figured it would show up at the last minute, oh, he was secretly working on this, but no, they show him at the beginning. He started this.
On that the whole time.
Yeah. So I mean, it does flow within the narrative of the story. Okay, what narrative it actually has, but again, the Doomsday fight, I thought it was good. I even didn't mind the fight with Batman and Superman. Okay, again, I liked that fight. I like that. No, he was setting traps in him in a deserted area. And one thing that I also really liked at the very at the end, there's actually two big things. One of them is that, well, you know what? You said spoilers, so Superman's dead. Okay, when this movie ended, I wanted to go home, punch my copy of Into Darkness into the fucking trash, and go, no, that's how you handle a character death. That's how you fucking handle a character death. Okay? Because they keep him fucking dead. He's not alive at the end of the movie. Thank you.
Calm down.
All right. No. I'm sorry. Getting the Into Darkness flashbacks is pissing me off.
Let me go to my positive. Let me go with my positives. Number one positive, what you just said.
Yes.
I appreciate that so much that they left him dead.
Yes.
Because as much as I love Amazing Spider-Man 2, it would have been better if they just had cut to black with him by the cemetery.
Absolutely.
They didn't need a feel-good moment. I
didn't need the Rhino thing at all.
At the end of this movie, when I was watching it, I was at the end of my seat because I was hoping to God they didn't ruin it. I did not want to see his hand break through the coffin.
The thing is, I'm thinking, okay, no, it just goes on for a while that he's dead, and I'm sitting there going, no, they don't got the balls.
Well, at the end, you see the dirt rise, but if you read the comics, he comes back. But I'm glad they didn't make him come back
in this movie. Yes, so the death still has some weight to it.
Yes.
Okay, and they did handle it well. That is the thing that they handled this very well.
One nitpick, I loved it. I loved Lois holding his dead body, just like in the final page of Death of Superman. I love that. I thought they were going to do it. I thought Doomsday was going to rip his cape off, and you would see his cape on a pole, like in the Death of Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had that staff. I thought maybe that staff would have just landed on the ground with his cape on her. That's just a visual thing that I would have rather saw, but that didn't take... The last 15, 20 minutes of this movie is fucking great. I wish there was more of this in the fucking movie.
Yes, exactly.
Because not only did they have the balls to kill Superman, they had the balls to keep him dead for the whole end of the movie. They didn't have him rise. They had the funeral where they're buried the empty coffin in Metropolis.
Yeah.
In the comics, it was different because they handed Superman's body to the people, and Martha Kent and Jonathan Kent buried the empty coffin because they felt that Superman belonged to the people. But whatever, they kind of reversed that. But the problem is, I love the last 15 minutes of this movie so much, it makes me hate the beginning of this movie more because they should have built. Because this is basically the last 20 minutes is a combination of Dark Knight Returns Death of Superman.
Yes.
They should have built it as a.
It's the Doomsday storyline in Dark Knight Returns.
They should have built it as a
Yeah.
Death of Superman story throughout the whole movie.
Exactly.
That's why I'm saying this stuff what happened in Iraq and stuff. It's really just filler to fucking waste 2 hours. It should have just been they should have had Superman and Batman fight in the second act of the movie. You establish what their differences are, have those two fight.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, Doomsday is wrecking havoc. You could, if you wanted to introduce the Justice League, you could have had a few people from the Justice League try to take on Doomsday. Doomsday just fucking knocks him out of the way.
Oh yeah.
And then Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman team up to take him out, and then Superman sacrifices himself like he does at the end of the movie to defeat Doomsday. It would have been a much better movie. Instead, they try to do, they try to, I don't know what the hell they do. Man, just the beginning of this movie just fucking kills me, man. The end was so fucking good. So fucking good.
So good.
I mean, so I don't want people to say I'm a hater on the movie because I loved the last 15, 20 minutes of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the fight with Batman was good, but
yeah,
it didn't need to be Dark Knight Returns.
Well, yeah, there's just another thing that I really also liked in this was, and I started to say this to you because there's at one point where he has to bring, where he's like, I gotta bring Doomsday back to the city, so because I have that weapon there that will destroy him. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what? No, they actually stop for a second. Wonder Woman asks, why would you lead him back to the city? This harbor is abandoned.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying, oh well, if you thought Man of Steel had a lot of destruction, wait till you see this. All the destruction you see in the end is an unpopulated area.
Yeah, it's like this one little island or something. And they actually
Zack Snyder actually said, no, fuck you, fine, we're gonna do it.
They said that. Well, they said it 2 or 3 times on the news broadcast that's going on. They said, well, there's destruction going on in the city. Well, at least a lot of people went home from work already. They said that in the news broadcast that everybody went home from work, so the city's not really that full. Yeah. Then when they fight in the, I guess it's Gotham, this little island in Gotham, they stopped to tell you twice that it's abandoned.
Yes.
So I, as a fan and a critic on Man of Steel, one of my complaints, I'm glad they did that.
Yes.
And I'm really glad they addressed the problem.
That is the one thing I will say. Zack Snyder definitely listened to his fans.
But was that Zack Snyder or was that Ben Affleck?
Because the thing is, what?
Was that Zack Snyder or was that Ben Affleck? Because Ben Affleck came in because David Goyer was writing the script, and you know what happened. So.
Well, that would be Chris Terrio, which is his go-to screenwriter.
Yeah, I know. So I just don't want to give Zack Snyder the credit for that. But I mean, the first 15 minutes and the last 20 minutes were great.
Okay.
A couple more positives. I kind of only talked about the last. Loved Wonder Woman. She was one of my major concerns going into the movie. I loved her in this movie. Actually looking forward to seeing the Wonder Woman movie.
Absolutely.
I thought Ben Affleck, of course. I didn't mention it because it's a given. Ben Affleck was amazing as Batman. Can't wait to see a Batman standalone movie with him directing it. And Jeremy Irons was great.
Oh yeah.
I wish there was more Jeremy.
Oh yeah, I do too. Yeah, there's not enough Alfred.
Amy Adams was good, but it kind of
it really felt like they didn't know what to do with her at times.
Yeah. There was a scene, no lie. She goes, drops the staff in the water, goes out the building, turns around, and goes back to get it. So that's another 10 minutes that could have been cut out of the damn movie.
Agreed.
So.
Agreed. Honestly, I'm not even remembering half this shit until you fucking said something.
Well, I was taking literally. I wish I had pen and paper while I was watching the movie. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not going to see this in theaters again.
Okay. I
was gonna take notes. But.
Well, no. The thing is, I'm gonna do a non-spoiler review. I guess I'm gonna try to get one out. Because I have the next 5 days off of work. So at some point, between finishing our damn book, I'll get a review in.
Yes, finish the book, Dad. That's important.
Yeah, that's important first. Okay. This is ours, by the way. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Okay.
Not out yet. But
not out yet. Yeah, but we're working on it. All right, but the thing is, I don't think the movie is a complete waste. I don't think it's horrible. I would never. However, though, I would never say that this movie is good. It's
an okay movie.
It's okay. There's nothing in it that's objectively horrible. It's just not very good.
Well, the same thing
that's the thing.
People on the internet It always
or lambasting it.
It always has to be one thing or the other. It has to be really good or it has to be shitty. It just can't be okay.
Yeah, like this is just an okay movie. It's nothing that it's not the grand spectacle we were expecting. Well, the last 15 minutes was, but you know what? As a movie, okay, if I had to give this like a rating, I would give it a C plus. Okay, and that stands right now. Okay, I'm actually going to go see it again tomorrow with another. No, I'm seeing it with another friend. All right, but yeah, maybe that opinion will change. Okay, but
I watched Collider.
Guys,
right? They seen it. They gave a score. The next day,
Lex Luthor
they
was
seen
hurting
it
me.
again, and they lowered their score. So I'm just letting you know, your score might be worse. He'll come back.
Guys,
tomorrow,
here's the thing. Okay,
listen.
listen. The reviews on Rotten Tomatoes were dismaying me a bit. Well, I worked last night from 11 to 6 a.m. and I had a 3-hour gap before I had to go to work. So to kind of, get my expectations in check a bit, I watched Batman and Robin. Didn't really help, but I did it.
I guess if I had a score,
Shame.
If I had a score, I'd probably get about 5.5 or 6. 5.5.
I mean, if I was doing it, yeah, I give it a C plus. But again, out of 10, yeah, like a 6, 6.5 or something around.
I do think.
I think it's worth seeing.
Do you think Man of Steel was better? Honestly, do you think Man of Steel was better?
I actually do. Okay, I actually think.
And the reason why
the thing is with Man of Steel, okay, it had a more straightforward
That's
narrative.
what I was just about to say.
Yeah,
more coherent storyline.
Right, exactly. Like I understood everything in Man of Steel from point A to point Z.
Yeah.
Like from beginning to end. I got it. It was one linear storyline.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there were flashbacks in it, but they weren't that often and resulted as people like to say.
But the flashbacks were necessary.
And they were necessary. It's hopping all over the place. All right, and yeah, like you said, there's a lot of crap that could have been cut. Okay, and I think some of the stuff that might have been important or made this movie better, I think they cut the wrong shit.
Yeah, that could be possible.
Okay, like Jenna Malone was cut out of this movie entirely, and it pissed me off.
I'm curious to see what the fuck her scenes were.
I honestly think she's Oracle. That is my honest opinion. I think she will be Oracle. That's and she could.
It kills me they cut her part out. But we literally have a scene where Lois drops the staff, goes outside, turns around, comes back, and picks it up. I mean,
I'm like, again, like, guys, listen, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little depressed.
But I'm just gonna say this. Go ahead, finish what you
I promised myself that if I hated this movie, okay, this baby would be getting reversed, and I would be wearing that. However, I didn't hate it. I was just so underwhelmed. Even more underwhelmed than I was with Age of Ultron and Jurassic World, which I didn't think was possible. But goddamn, it happened.
Fuck, what the fuck was I gonna say? Shit, I don't.
And the thing is though, again, it's just okay, and it's okay because there are those good things in the movie, those good bits in the movie that do save it and do make it worth watching at least once.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's not a total turn.
That's what I was gonna say.
That people are making out.
If you look at the movie and you go home, you process the movie and you think about it, there's the recipe to make a good movie in this movie.
Oh, there is, absolutely.
I think it was edited wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Zack Snyder or who it is, but I will tell you this. I don't think Zack Snyder should direct Justice League. I know he's already in the process of doing it. He's already, I think, pre-production getting ready to start filming here very soon if he hasn't already started filming. I think they need to make some changes at Warner Brothers.
Guys.
I love Zack Snyder, too.
No. Let me talk. Guys, I have been the biggest Zack Snyder fanboy for years. Watchmen is my favorite comic book movie. I love all of his movies except for Sucker Punch.
I like Sucker Punch.
And this. I don't love this. I mildly enjoyed this. And I agree.
I just think,
I agree with him. And I'm a big Zack Snyder fan. Okay, I agree. He should not direct Justice League after this. Okay, they got to get someone. Okay, but what I also kind of appreciate about this movie is that it's not trying to be a Marvel film. It's not trying to be all whimsical and bright and colorful every 5 minutes.
Well, see the tone,
and again, not only is the tone different, but it's not following an established formula that we've seen a million times. It's actually trying to be its own.
Well, see the thing is the tone,
and I respect it for that.
The dark tone of the movie didn't bother me. A lot of people say the dark tone is too grim. The tone didn't bother me at all.
Especially with the editing, I think Zack Snyder was trying to be way too experimental with this film, and it backfired on him. I really wish.
It's like he had 5 different scripts, and he took like the pages out of all 5 scripts and made one movie. Where the Afghanistan thing just didn't have to be in this movie. They complicated the conflict between Batman and Superman way too much. But like, it should have been.
I feel like they kind of did it just so Jesse Eisenberg can have that scene with Superman on the rooftop.
Well, they could, and
it was dumb.
They could have easily had, Jesse Eisenberg find the kryptonite. He's building Doomsday, and then, some way try to trick Batman into doing something. But the whole thing in Afghanistan just didn't have to be. The whole flashbacks with the aliens, like, just a lot of it didn't need to be in this movie. A good 30 minutes, 35 minutes could have been cut out.
The dream sequences were dumb. And, yeah, there were definitely some cuts could have been made. And it's just not an incredibly satisfying movie. It's just all right.
I mean, they're shitty movies. This ain't a shitty movie. Like, a shitty movie
is
like TMNT. That's a shitty fucking movie. Transformers. That's a shitty fucking movie.
TMNT 2014.
Yeah, not the 1990 version or 89, whatever version it was. Not that one. That's fucking amazing. That's always gonna be amazing. But TMNT 2014.
Okay.
And any Transformer movie, those are shitty films. The last 15 minutes of this movie was so good.
And you know what? Even with all this movie's shortcomings, I could literally look in every frame of this film and say to myself, you know what? Even if that scene wasn't good, Zack Snyder is clearly trying. He is trying so hard to make a satisfying film. Okay, but the thing is, it just did not go together very well.
They tried too much. They tried too much.
Like, I wish that they had just cut the Justice League shit.
Yeah.
Like, just have, at the very end of the movie, just have, Wonder Woman get the email that says, like, metahuman research, cut to black, roll credits.
Well, Wonder Woman, Ben Affleck said at the end of the movie, he's like, we got to get these people together, right? And they could have.
That could have just been it.
You could have done something to build that up. You didn't need to stop the movie in the middle of the movie and show us 3 teasers. You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to show us a dream sequence with this big fucking Omega symbol showing us Darkseid.
I mean, I do like some of this. I do like a lot of this movie, but the thing is, there's so many problems with it that if I ever bring this segment back, I might just epic film fail this.
Well, the thing is,
I might.
You're talking about seeing it again tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I want to go see it again. The problem is, I don't want to sit through the first 2 hours of the movie again.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you understand how much I love the end of this movie. And I really love the beginning of this movie. The first 30 minutes and the last 20 minutes I love. I don't want to sit through all that commotion again to get back to where it is.
And here's the thing. Jesse Eisenberg is fucking terrible.
He's funny as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing that I was saying, how I was constantly entertained, because every time he's on screen, I'm laughing my balls off at how stupid he is.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's a scene where he's literally trying to be threatening to the senator. I just looked at him and went, he's so cute. Like, it was fucking adorable.
He was fucking funny as hell. I think Suicide Squad will be the DC movie that really says, okay, we can do something good, because it's gonna be the first DC Universe movie without Zack Snyder attached to it. And I just think Zack Snyder just do the Man of Steel movies, Zack Snyder. You do the Superman movies. Let Ben Affleck do the Batman movies. Get someone else in there to do Justice League. There's plenty of talented directors out there. Marvel always comes and finds these great directors. Not all of them are good, but sometimes you find the Russo brothers or Joss Whedon or something like that. But when you try to add too much stuff, it doesn't work. Look at Age of Ultron. I like the Age of Ultron, but I'll tell you, there's shit in Age of Ultron that didn't need to be in there
there's
too.
so much crap that did not need to be in
And it's not like I'm a DC fanboy or Marvel fanboy, and that's not the case at all. Because
I don't take sides. Like I liked this only a little less than Age of Ultron because I gave Age of Ultron a B-. I gave this a C+.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I acknowledge like Age of Ultron is an alright movie. I like Age of Ultron. Okay, I can watch it. All right, but even I gotta admit, watching it, I'm like, yeah, there's so many holes and things that don't need to be here. Why is that there?
Yeah.
All right, and I did the same thing with this, only to a bigger extent.
Yeah.
And that's the best way I can put it.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty much all my thoughts on it. I don't think if I have any more thoughts. If you guys have any questions, you can. I'm more than happy to debate with anybody in the comment box. God knows I'm debating people on Facebook.
I got one thing. Why do they bother having Mercy Graves in this movie?
I don't even know who that is.
The Chinese chick.
Oh, because she's hot.
Well, yeah, but see, the thing is, in the in the comics and the animated series, she's a big fucking character, especially the animated series. And I'm like, she has 2 scenes and fucking dies.
Hey, the Senator had more fucking scenes
than her. Yeah, and she's made up. I think she's made up.
One thing I also liked.
I don't think she was in the comics.
Another thing I also liked in the last 15, 20 minutes of the movie was we started seeing the Doomsday that we all know.
Yeah, no, that's another thing that they did right, because when we saw the trailer, we're like, oh my god, they did not do that to Doomsday. No, he actually fucking grows the scales and becomes the full Doomsday, and we're like, all right, thank you.
And if they would have focused,
and right before like he gets to like his final form, he gets sprayed with freaking kryptonite gas. I'm like, yes, Batman for the win.
If they would have focused this movie as they Death to Superman storyline and just committed to that instead of trying to add this Dark Knight Returns element with all these other different elements, if they would have just done a Batman conflict and then had the Death to Superman in there, that would have been awesome. Because dude, when Wonder Woman jumped in. And those 3 were fighting Doomsday. It was fucking awesome. And they could have easily incorporated the rest of the Justice League where Doomsday just fucking everybody up and it comes to the Trinity to take them out and they team up. And the thing is, one thing I also didn't too much care for, I thought Batman's liking to Superman turned really quick.
Oh god, no, that pissed me off.
Why?
Why? Because both their mothers had the same fucking name.
It was like, Martha, why'd you say that name? Where's the trigger? No, he doesn't do that. Yeah. But he's like, why'd you say that name? And then he finds out his mom's name is Martha also. We're like, he's my friend. It's like, you hate his ass for 18 months. And then you find out his mom's name is Martha.
Oh, this guy must be nice.
Like,
maybe his mommy make me cookies. I don't know.
And then at the end, he's like, I failed him while he was living. I won't do it when he's dead or some shit like that.
I'm like, you were friends for 5 minutes.
That's why I said it. But that's why I said the plot would have benefited if their fight would have been in the second act. That way we had the end of the second act, beginning of the third act for them to build their friendship. So when that moment happened, it's more believable.
And it would mean more.
I felt more for Lois and Martha.
Oh yeah,
for the death of Superman than what Batman was feeling.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman felt more about Superman than Batman, and this motherfucker spent 18 months trying to kill this guy.
And you know what the sad thing is? Wonder Woman felt more bad about Superman. She didn't have a single fucking scene with him before that.
I love the whole line where, is she with you? I thought she was with you. Batman, you know she was with you, motherfucker. You seen her. Superman never even seen her in this goddamn movie until then. Oh, man. But, hey, I'm like... Honestly, though, I'm really looking forward to the Wonder Woman movie. I'm really looking forward to Justice League. Actually, to be honest, Justice League is my #1 most anticipated movie of the year. And with Civil War.
That's not coming out this year.
Yeah, it is coming out in August.
Justice League?
Oh, Suicide Squad. Sorry. Suicide Squad.
That ain't coming out yet, dude.
Yeah, Suicide Squad is my most anticipated movie of this year, with Captain America: Civil War being the second. So yeah, I'm really.
I really hope Suicide Squad is better than this.
I think they are, because you're not going to be under Zack Snyder, you know.
Yeah, it's David Ayer, so I have a little more faith.
And you know who can come in and do like, I'm not a fan of Iron Man 3. Yeah, Shane Black. Shane Black can come in.
Oh yeah.
Do Justice League. Do another different property.
Hell yeah.
I just think the studio needs to sit down with Zack Snyder and say, Zack,
look, it just doesn't seem to be like something's just not working. Nothing against you. We're not letting you go. You can continue with a Man of Steel sequel.
Or no, let
you
him
know.
just keep him on as producer.
Yeah.
He's fucking amazing at that.
Yeah, just
And he is a good director. I don't know what happened with this.
I
And honestly, I think it's for. Could it just be the script, maybe? That's obviously partially the problem here. Let's be honest.
But we had problems in Man of Steel. So again, Zack Snyder made 2 movies. There's been backlash on both 2 movies. I don't think the problems in Man of Steel was as big as the problem that we see in Batman v Superman.
Absolutely.
There was really good things in Batman v Superman. The bad thing just kind of overshadowed that. Like it should have been a Doomsday movie with Batman Superman conflict toward the middle of the movie so we can build on their friendship. That didn't happen. If Zack Snyder was a director, he as a director, he should have said, look, this is not believable. We can't buy into this friendship, this relationship. Let's do this, this, and this. And they tried so hard to do. I think what happened was he ended up putting his foot in his mouth 3-4 years ago when he did that thing at San Diego with the Dark Knight reference when he read the Frank Miller line. You know, like my foot at your throat. No, he read that line, and people was like, "Oh, this is gonna be the Dark Knight Returns." And I think he felt obligated to put Dark Knight Returns in there. That's why I said the Dark Knight Returns thing was kind of misplaced in this movie. This was all intents and purposes. This is a Doomsday movie. This is what a Doomsday movie it is. They just have Dark Knight Returns in there, and I think Snyder needs to go sit down and just either produce or work on Man of Steel 2. And let someone else take care of Justice League. Because if you think he had a lot to balance in this, what the fuck you think he's gonna do in Justice League? If a great
and again I agree with you. I think that he should be replaced.
If a great director like Joss Whedon had problems,
I feel bad saying it, guys, but it's the truth.
If Joss Whedon had problems balancing everything in Age of Ultron, what do you think Zack Snyder is gonna do with Justice League?
You had to bring that up.
I'm just saying. Because he did a great job in Avengers 1, and then he had to balance all these different things in Avengers 2, and we see Avengers 2 isn't as bad as this movie. Avengers 2 is actually kind of watchable with a fucking couple scenes that need to be taken out. But it's clear he had a hard time balancing it. Just what do you think Zack Snyder's going to have trouble? Like, as much as I love Sucker Punch, he had too much shit to that movie. He couldn't balance it out to make a coherent story. So you see with Zack Snyder's problem is he can't balance things out to make it make sense. So come on, Sucker Punch, Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Whose fault is it? Is it the studio? Is it the director? When he does smaller movies like
Come on,
Dawn of the Dead.
Dude, come on, Watchmen was fucking awesome.
Watchmen was great.
Yeah.
But he also had a great scriptwriter. And he had great source material. And you know what? He didn't have to worry about the before Watchmen storylines. All he had to worry about was that one Watchmen book. In this movie, he had to worry about the Dark Knight Return, the death of Superman, this fucking Man of Steel plot that we had to try to fix from the last movie, and this. He can't balance it. Zack Snyder can't balance it. I love Zack Snyder. He can't do it. He can't do Justice League. And if they continue to keep him on as Justice League director, I'm worried about that movie. And
I'm seriously worried about it now.
And DC can't afford to do that. If this movie bombs in a box, I don't think.
Do me a favor right now, like while we're recording, check to see what the tomato meter is now.
I'll just check it right on here.
I'm curious.
It was 31%
at the movie theater.
At the movie,
we checked it.
When we went to go see it,
and I was crying.
And
there were tears.
And the audience score went down too. So it's at 30% now.
Oh fuck!
And the audience score went down too to 77.
All right. Oh, hold on. How many reviews have there been?
Where do you go check to see that?
It's usually on the top. It says like reviews counted. Okay, I guess it's not on the app. All right. Either way.
Yeah. So it went down to 30% now, and the audience score went down to 77%. So the thing is, it's gonna make a lot of money because there was a lot of people there.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is.
So I mean, the movies are still in motion. It's
but if it
doesn't
get the repeat viewing, it's not gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah, true.
Man of Steel. As much as I said I didn't like that movie, which it started growing on me more when I rewatched it the other day. I've seen that twice in theaters. I really had no interest to go see this movie. I'd rather wait for it to come out on Blu-ray and just watch the last 20 minutes.
Yeah. I will say one more good thing.
Or go read Death of Superman.
I'm gonna go say one more thing about this movie. There is a scene where Batman has to go save Martha Kent, and he just wrecks like 20 guys in a room by himself, and it is fucking glorious.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to hear no complaints about Batman killing people or having a gun.
Oh, I don't give a shit. He's awesome.
In Detective Comics 27, his first appearance, he ran around with a fucking gun. Fucking Michael Keaton killed people in Batman and Batman Returns.
Damn straight.
Don't give me that bullshit.
Batman ain't no pussy.
The Batman is not the problem with this movie. The fucking inconsistent storylines is the problem with this movie. So we're gonna end this because it's almost been a fucking hour.
Yeah.
Again,
C+. I'm gonna be seeing it again, see if it works. See if I like it or hate it more. Guys, I don't know. I'm very disappointed. Overall, it's all right, and it's worth a watch, if only once. But don't expect a great movie because you are sure as shit not getting it here.
Yeah.
Kudos to Ben Affleck. Kudos to Gal Gadot. And kudos to whoever choreographed the action for this film, because holy fucking shit, it was great.
I'm gonna stay at a 5.5 for now. I do think I'm gonna go ahead and see this again. I think next Wednesday I have a couple free movie tickets still. I think I might cash one in and go give it a second viewing, only because I really loved the last 20 minutes of this movie. I did think it had potential, but they kind of dropped the ball with it. And that's really all I have. So be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and social media like Instagram and Twitter at RobertStorms84. Head over to FilmMasterAdam, his channel, and subscribe to that if you're not a subscriber. He said he's going to be doing a spoiler-free review over there, which probably is going to be a more condensed version of what you guys seen here. So, so until next time, guys, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.